morning show where we give you insights that are basically meant to be usable on the very day that you are listening to the show. Good Morning BSN is brought to you by Business School Netherlands in cooperation with the Culture Factor and is sponsored by Chint Global. And we basically are doing topics each week that surround our 4 pillars that we believe create great leadership. Those 4 pillars are responsible leadership, change leadership, decision-making leadership, and performance leadership. Today, we have a very special show. It's all about the topic responsible leadership, and Dr. Okere, Director of the Impact Center of Great Leadership, but also working for the Culture Factor, is going to tell us something about how to discover the power of great leadership. So he's giving you insights from the BSN Impact Center for Great Leadership, and we'll take you through his slides, trying to, like told, give you something that you can start your day off with. He's calling in from Toronto, so it's in the middle of the night over in that place. So we are particularly proud that he's on the show today. And I would like to give Okey the microphone and start his presentation. Go ahead, Okey.
Thank you very much, Twan. Much appreciated. Good morning to everybody. Good morning, good evening if you're from Southeast Asia or anywhere else. Good morning to everyone. And it's such a pleasure to be here. Today, it's a very special edition. We're talking about actually the Impact Center for Great Leadership, which is the organizer of this weekly program. And we're also going to be telling you about what our plans are and how you can be a part of them. Now, the Impact Center for Great Leadership is actually an initiative of Business School Netherlands, and it is a nexus. We have created this center as the nexus between BSN and the corporate world. Now, you will see me refer to it as ICGL, which is Impact Center for Great Leadership. That's what we call it for short. In this Impact Center, we have several programs for building outstanding leaders. And one of the programs, of course, is what you are on right now, which is the Good Morning BSN. We are collaborating with different organizations, but for now, primarily, we have been working with the Culture Factor group, which I work for, and with Chint Global, the renewables energy products company. So we're expecting other companies to follow, and I'm hoping as well that at the end of my presentation, those of you who are listening in, who are joining in today's session, will probably be able to refer us to your organization, refer organizations as well to us. Twan already mentioned that BSN focuses on the 4 pillars of great leadership, and our mission in the Impact Center is to help to develop leaders that are more responsible, leaders that are focused on change, leaders that are focused on making the right decisions, and leaders that are focused on performance. These are the 4 pillars of great leadership, which BSN holds very dear. And just to let some of us know who might not be aware of, responsible leadership, when we say responsible leadership, we're talking about how you as an individual can strive to become a better person, to behave more responsibly towards your colleagues, to make your company and your organization thrive by developing sustainable business opportunities to solve problems that are local, regional, or even global, whether they are short-term or long-term. That is what we look at as responsible leadership. And we're believing that through our efforts in the Impact Center, we will have leaders who are more concerned about the environment, leaders who are more concerned about ESG, that's environmental, social, and governance issues within the organization, leaders that are also ensuring that they develop people within the organization to have good succession and better leaders in the future as well. The other thing about that we promote in BSN and, of course, in the Impact Center for Great Leadership is change leadership, where we're developing leaders that can inspire their colleagues to be creative, to embrace change, while giving the organization the power to change and to innovate. That is the second pillar of great leadership, which we promote in Business School Netherlands and in the Impact Center for Great Leadership, which is an initiative of the Business School Netherlands. The third thing that we're promoting in terms of leadership development, and that's something we do in the Impact Center, our programs, our sessions, are focused also on making or developing leaders that have the power to make good decisions. A decision-making leadership means that you as a leader, you are situationally aware, you are in tune with the signs of the times, you are familiar with the latest science and technology trends, you are equipped with robust analysis of the right data, and you're able to make well-informed decisions. So we want to improve your ability as leaders to make great decisions. And lastly, we want to also develop leaders that are performance-focused, where leaders that can create resilient organizations with effective operations, with sustainable financial results, and of course, a good reputation as well. These are the 4 pillars of great leadership that BSN holds true, and we in ICGL, we are helping BSN, as it were, to connect BSN with the business world and to help develop leaders in these 4 key areas. Now, what are our plans specifically in the Impact Center for Great Leadership in the ICGL? As you know, we already are the ones organizing this webinar. So we have these webinars happening every Tuesday, but we also have other projects that we have planned. We are looking at developing a journal where we can gather fresh knowledge together, insightful knowledge that business leaders, organizational leaders from across the world can read and use to improve what they do. We're also looking at developing impact analysis frameworks and tools, things to help you leaders to measure the impact that you're making in your organization and in your world. We are also here to help develop networking opportunities so that leaders like you from all over the world can meet people that are like-minded and perhaps find opportunities to collaborate and on a personal level as well, perhaps to even improve, increase, enhance your personal ability as a leader to improve your output, or perhaps even to change careers or to expand your business. And networking opportunities that we will put together will include conferences, which we are yet to start at the moment, but we will start soon. And we are also looking at other areas to help you enhance your capacity, particularly specialized executive programs, short courses, and even long courses, including specialized MBAs and DBAs. These are the things that we're planning to do in the Impact Center for Great Leadership. And as you can imagine, these things, we have planned to do them in phases. For now, in the first phase of our existence, we have been doing the webinars. And these webinars have been a great success. We've had quite a number of people joining these webinars. We've actually modified the time over the schedule of the webinars over time, but they now hold from 9:30 actually, 9:30 Amsterdam time to 9:58 Amsterdam time, Central European time, which of course will be different times in different time zones. We started the webinars in June 2023 with 25 participants, and we've had 43 sessions so far. And every week we currently have, between 60 to 70 participants, sometimes higher. And we're looking towards having more people join these webinars. So again, please, it's 9:30, not 9:15 as shown on the screen, 9:30 every Tuesday. And we are inviting speakers from different organizations, different walks of lives to make presentations. And if you are interested, of course, in sharing a business idea or any idea that will benefit leaders, please feel free to reach out to us in the Impact Center. You can simply go to our website and you will find the contact form. You can click on the contact form on our website, and the website to just look for it, just look for Good Morning BSN online and you will find it. Or you can look for the Impact Center for Great Leadership and you can find it. Otherwise, you can type info-icgl@bsn.nu in your email, and you can contact us if you have a management idea to share, or if you have anything that you would like to do with the Impact Center. Please feel free to send a message to us, and we'll be more than happy indeed to listen to you. So what's next for us then? What is next? Well, what's the next phase? What are we doing next? Somebody might ask. Well, our next phase is what I'm so excited and thrilled to announce. And in fact, I will be inviting you as well to participate in. It is what we call our Great Leadership Journal. So this is what we have in the kitty. We're looking at putting together an amazing journal that will be published frequently. It's going to be a popular version of academic writing. So, and we're going to be looking at converting theses, MBAs and DBA theses, and MBA dissertations and DBA theses, and ALPS. ALPS, for those of us who are not part of the BSN community, ALPS refer to action learning projects. Action learning projects. ALPS are one of the things that make us unique in BSN. Students of BSN are required to produce a minimum of 4 ALPS during their MBA program. And they look at a particular topic in management relevant to their organization. They work on that topic and they're able to produce solutions for their organizations through the ALPS. It's one of the things that makes BSN as an institution quite unique. And we're looking at now sharing these ALPS and theses, excuse me, ALPS and theses with people across the world. Now, respectfully, we don't want them to be shared in a very boring in inverted commas, boring format, which we tend to see many academic journals looking like. We want to have easy read editions that will be sort of like between a journal and a magazine. And you can see the cover page as we have put right in front. This, of course, is temporary. It's not the permanent one that we're going to release. It will be done several times in a year. We're looking at doing these easy read versions, and we want to share them within BSN and outside the BSN community. We wanted to go to organizational leaders, not just business leaders, leaders in government organizations, in non-governmental institutions, but importantly, leaders in corporations or even not-for-profit corporations, people like you who have logged into the call. So our target is to share this journal online with you over time. And in terms of the journal, 4 to 8 main articles per edition, and we will be circulating these journals across 5,000 people or so in a year. Just a second, please. I think I have a slight glitch with my computer. Is not the PowerPoint is not moving as envisioned. So this is not a network, this is not a connectivity issue. Okay, so I think I'm back with it. Just a second, please. Just want to get it corrected. And yes, I have. So I'm having a slight glitch with my computer, but I think I have resolved it now. So I'll attempt to share my screen again. And please let me know if it is moving on your side. Are you able to see my screen? Is it moving?
Yes, we can see your screen.
Okay, great. So it was, yeah, great. Apologies for the slight hitch. As you can imagine, these things happen sometimes. So, yes, so I was talking about the Great Leadership Journal. So I did mention that there will be easy read editions. There will be a cross between a journal and a magazine. They'll be available online and they'll be downloadable. And we're looking at circulating it across various organizational leaders, including BSN alums, BSN lecturers, and of course, particularly the management world, people from all over. And these journals, or the journal, the Great Leadership Journal, would have 4 to 8 main articles in each edition. And each of the articles, of course, will be focused on great leadership pillars. So the topics will be around great leadership pillars. Circulation will be over 5,000 people in the first year. And we're hoping to grow this to 25,000 or so in the third year. And we will support this article, this journal, with adverts, donations, and of course, volunteer support. And we're targeting to have the first edition ready by the third quarter of 2024. So you will be seeing this sometime from July or August or September. You would see the first Great Leadership Journal. And of course, this is a rough sketch of what the pages will look like. Again, this is not final. Of course, we're still putting this in process. And we're still setting up all that needs to be set up in terms of the modalities and the infrastructure needed to make sure that the journal is a huge success. And it's at this point that I want to invite you to participate in helping us make this journal a reality and a success as well. We want people who are willing to contribute their time towards producing this journal, volunteers now. To contribute their time, volunteers to contribute their expertise, especially people who have some expertise in writing or publishing. We also want you to contribute your creativity, your influence, and your network. Like we said, this journal is going to be self-sustaining and it will be advert-based. So we will be looking at the possibility of having people like you place adverts for your organizations in the journal, or refer organizations to us that will be willing to put adverts in the journal. And of course, we would like you to also spread the journal across your networks when it is launched, or when the journal is launched. So we want volunteers. And what kind of volunteers are we looking for? We're looking for writers, people who can write. And that practically is everybody who is on this call. If you have a great article that you can put together, please contact us. If you are a BSN alum and you already have your theses, especially your DBA thesis or your ALPS or your MBA dissertation, and you would like to contribute your thesis, your ALP or dissertation, you want to contribute it to this journal, please feel free to contact us, right? Please feel free to contact us. We will take what you have already written and we will update it and put it in the journal. We're also looking for editors. So if you have experience in editing in any form, maybe a magazine or with books, or if you are an editor of a website, if you have any experience with editing, we would appreciate you volunteering. Our hope is that we will get several volunteers so that you will not be tasked over much with producing the journal. When we have several people volunteering to be editors, then we would find a way to get them to be involved in different editions. That way the workload will not be too much. As they say, many hands make light work. We're also looking for creatives, graphic designers. So if you're good with graphics, especially if you've been involved in the publishing realm, especially if you've been involved with publishing regular magazines, we will be interested in working with you. But even if you don't have experience with magazines, if you have been in the graphic design world, we will really appreciate working with you as a volunteer. So we look forward to hearing from you if you have those skills. And of course, like we said, we also need people who will refer us to organizations for adverts. So these are the 4 main types of volunteers that we're looking for. Our doors are open to these volunteers. We want to hear from you. We want to partner with you if you are willing to volunteer with us. And how do we plan to reward the volunteers? Well, of course, we will not be, as we said, you're volunteering, so it's unpaid. Just FYI, there's no monetary payment, cash payment for it, there's none. However, we will give you recognition and appreciation. We're going to recognize your contribution as part of the editorial team. For those people who write articles, we would also recognize your contribution of your article. And of course, the article will be in your name. And if anybody would ever want to quote that article, of course, they would have to quote your name and give you the recognition that is required in all academic circles. And we will also provide a letter of appreciation to you, and we will give you a certificate of participation, especially if you are part of the editorial team. So we'll be looking forward to hearing from you and seeing how you can participate in this. So how would you volunteer? Just very quickly, all you have to do is to scan this QR code that you see on the screen in front of you. Scan this QR code and it will immediately take you to, and of course you can scan it with your phone camera. And if you do it just like I am doing it right now, it will immediately take you to a link where you can send requests to us indicating your interest in volunteering to participate in our Journal of Great Leadership. Thank you so much, Peter. I see somebody has already indicated interest. So looking forward to hearing from you. So please scan the QR code. Otherwise, you can use the link as you see below, bit.ly/ICGL -volunteers. Again, bit.ly/ICGL-volunteers. Please feel free, use this link, send us your information so that we can include you in our community of volunteers, and we'll begin to involve you in helping us produce this amazing journal. We're looking forward to you joining us to inspire and empower leaders, today's leaders and tomorrow's leaders, to impact their communities positively and beyond their realms, their current realms of influence. Oh, thank you so much. I see a request to put the link in the chat box, so I will quickly do that. Let me put the link in the chat box. I'm putting the link in the chat box. Let's see if that goes. I hope that works. I will during the course of the program, of course, before we leave, as we take your questions, I will also put the link. I will get the online link and put it in the chat box as well. All right, so that is what we have to share with you today. Again, thank you so much for joining in. And we're looking forward to hearing from you. In the meantime, while I wait to hear your questions, please feel free to type in your questions in the chat box, and we would answer those questions that you have. Please feel free to ask any question about
so we can ask Okey anything by now about this Impact Center for Great Leadership. You've seen what is going on within the Impact Center. So if there are any questions, please go ahead and put them in the chat.
Thank you, Tuan. So if you have questions, please put them in the chat. In the meantime, I have, yes, someone has actually volunteered and put the link in the chat box. So please click the link and let us know. I see some comments. I see one from Joy Odige. Joy Odige is a journalist. So Joy, thank you so much. Joy, I'm assuming that you're volunteering. If you're not, then I'm conscripting you. I'm putting you into the team. So thank you very much, Joy. I see Peter Kuti. Peter said to put the link in there, and Peter said he's very much interested in joining. So Peter, looking forward to having you on board as well. Let's see who else. So Amarachi was the one that helped us put the link in there. So thank you so much, Amarachi. Please send in your comments, your questions, or your comments. I will be looking forward to hearing from you. Kumari Sukdeo. I'm sorry about the name. Kumari Sukdeo says, good morning, everyone. This is a valuable initiative. I am interested in being a part of the editorial team. I currently edit articles locally. So this is amazing, Kumari. Thank you very much, Kumari. We're looking forward to you joining. So please feel free. Click on the link that you see in the chat box. We're going to paste the link again. And please click on that link and join. And for the rest of us, please feel free to ask your questions. If you want to know how many hours required or whatever, we'll be willing to let you know. It's a volunteer project, so we will not task you over much, and we will ensure that the workload is balanced. But of course, for you, it's an opportunity to contribute something to the world, which of course will be in print, and of course, anything in print is eternal for everybody, for different ages, different seasons, different years, will have access to them. I see another comment from Omolola Emmanuel. Omolola says it's a great initiative, and Omolola, we're hoping that you would also sign up if possible. Blessing Olalikon Ibitoye says she's interested. So Blessing, yes, I would like you to encourage your, I'd like to encourage you to take the next step and click on the link and join in. And Nosa Omorodion says it is a brilliant initiative. So Nosa, it's a pleasure. Thank you so much for that. I'm looking forward to having you participate as well. I see a note from my boss. One of our mentors in BSN in Nigeria, Dr. Olumide Ajayi, is asking for my details. I will send it to you, sir. I will send it to you. Yes, so that's all for the Impact Center in terms of our next project. So this is the next thing in the oven for us. There are many more things to come out, including, like we said, different impact analysis frameworks and things. All of those things we will be unveiling over time. But for now, in addition to the webinar, we're going to start the Great Leadership Journal, which will be also a regular feature. The frequency of the journal will increase over time. So we started with our first edition, Q3 of this year, Q3 of this year. Before September, it will be launched. I see another comment from Olumide Sholadoye. Olumide Sholadoye. Thank you so much, Olumide. Says awesome initiative. And I also see Krista Riot. Krista Riot, I hope I got the surname correctly. Krista says, great initiative. Thank you so much, everyone who has commented. We're looking forward to hearing from you. Please take the next step and click on the link and volunteer. I know I'm pushing, but I need to push because we need more help. We need more help. The materials are already there, actually. The articles, there are so many articles that we have already on the ground, or potential articles. We just need people who will be willing to look at these articles, review them, and of course, help us publish them as well. And if you're an academic, I will also be happy to have you as part of our editorial team so that you can help us in peer reviewing these articles as well, so that it can be peer reviewed. Oh, thank you so much. Omolola Emmanuel, we have our first volunteer. Omolola says she has, I don't know if Omolola is a male or female. Omolola says they have joined. So thank you so much, Omolola. Thank you for joining. And I would like many other people to take the initiative and sign. Oh, Krista has also signed up. So good. Many more people are joining in. As you sign up, what we will do is that we will notify you of when we will have meetings with you. And we will also put you into a group that will work on various editions of the article. And of course, like we said, for all your contribution, we will give you appreciation, a letter of appreciation, a certificate of participation, so that it can be noted that you participated. Thank you, Joy. Joy Odije also has filled out the form. Peter Kuti has also submitted. So thank you, everyone. And at this point, I will hand over back to Twan. Twan, I think we've done our job for today. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Okey. Lovely to see that so many people are enthusiastic about this initiative. It's really great that people are so enthusiastic and willing to participate. So thank you for that. Thank you for that all. One more thing I would like to point out, and that's our global alumni conference, which is from May 31st until June 1st. It's on our website. We have a great lineup of speakers, distinguished keynote speakers, also experts in their fields, great topics like a couple of days that's really worthwhile following. So please go to our website as well and see what's coming on our global alumni conference, and make yourself available for this. Don't miss out. It will be a great conference, and you can join on our website again. Thank you so much for today. still people reacting with positive news. So there's Almujaba reacting now. This is a very good project, and it will finally ALP will see the light. So he's happy that the ALPs will see the light and get some more attention for work that is done great. Thank you for today. Love to see you next week on next week's Good Morning BSN. And love to see you on the global conference. And of course, love to see you in our panel that's creating the journal. Thank you so much. Have a good day.